Okay, I know Jen is super excited about this one. What deck is this, Jen?
The Deviant Moon.
What edition is it, Jen?
Borderless.
Way! And it's by... What? Who's it by, Jen?
I actually don't know.
It's by Patrick Valenza. I would like to apologize to Mr. Valenza if I've just butchered his last name. Right, this is another one Jen picked up at Mind Body Spirit.
Yep.
I think you've been wanting this a long time, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I know somebody who reads professionally with that one.
And it's a very nicely produced deck. This is the borderless edition. You can get it with borders, and I've heard people trimmed it. The main reason we got the borderless one is because so many people said the borders on this are far too distracting. That they actually listen to people and they produce the borderless. There's also another sized edition that this comes in. But yeah, let's open it up. To do box, let's see. Stylized characters, moonlight, dreamscapes draw you into the luminescent world of Deviant Moon Tarot. The special borderless edition highlights Patrick Valenza's stunning artwork and allows readers to connect more deeply with the evocative tarot imagery. I have to say, it really is stunning imagery. The cover doesn't do it justice. It is, yet again, US Game Systems Inc. Copyright 2013. Even the box has just lovely artwork on it. And it's finished. It's a very high gloss box. The one thing we did notice about this is it's a very long deck. I think still a very manageable size.
Oh, definitely. I have much smaller hands and I can manage that one well.
Oh, it's a tight box. I don't think this box, because it's so tightly put together, is going to last very long with a lot of use.
Not.
Then again, if you're going to be using something a lot, you don't really tend to keep it in the box, do you? Because they don't wear very well. Oh. Now. I got everything, didn't
I? I think so, yeah.
Yep. Which card popped out? King of Pentacles.
Ooh, a good one.
Do tell, Jen.
Financial stability. Having a good relationship with money and natural resources. Kind of being in a very comfortable place in terms of money and stability and security within the material realm.
That's a very firm king. I mean, he's not going anywhere with that pentacle, which, as a lot of us know, represent coins, money. I mean, look at the imagery. You could read so much into that, yet it's such a basic picture.
Yeah.
You're not sort of drowning in detail, but there is detail there to read. I mean, his hat is like industry, some sort of factory sitting on top of the crown. The half moon each side of his face. There's so much you could read of that. Anyway, I digress. Which means I almost got there. Now, little booklet. Do we get much from the little booklet? 6 of Wands, 6 Celebration of Wands, metaphorical, finding cured, being energies. It's really a basic little booklet, isn't it?
But I find it easy to read some of the little booklets. Everything is, kind of mashed together. This one, reads nicely for somebody who doesn't know the meanings of the cards.
Does it refer to the imagery on it, or is it just standard?
Pretty standard.
Okay. We should say that there is a Deviant Moon book, which I think is relatively expensive, but not too bad if this is like your dream deck and you're going to read with it. Very thick book. I think it's about 300 pages. It has been highly recommended to me by a few people, so we might be getting that later. If we do, we'll do a review on it. I think I'm definitely going to have to buy this deck for myself, so we'll see. The back.
I love the back.
It's basic, it's simple. You can't tell which way the cards comes up. These are the two little face cards that come. It's just about Patrick Valenza, born and raised Long Island, New York. That's a bit disappointing. I had this idea he was some guy from a nice foreign country. His art developed the way to explore experiences. Creative come from non-traditional sources. Tarot is derived from his childhood visions, seen through his imagination, carried through his adulthood. He has an MA from Sunnystone Brook, living in Long Island with his wife and 2 children. He currently works as an art teacher and storybook illustrator. Yes, that's a nice background to have something to do with a deck of cards, isn't it? Borderless edition. Just an extra card. A lot of people wonder why you have these 2 extra cards that come with a 78 card deck. It's very simple. Would you like to explain it, Jen?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay, when you're printing, well, the machine wants to print 80, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
So I've been told. I could be wrong. Rarely happens, but I could be. Now, you can actually see why I'm holding these. They're quite tall, because the keeper's going out of shot. Oh, look at the artwork. If you could, I'd actually buy a few of these blown up as prints and just hang them on the wall. And we have the Hermit. This is the front of it, isn't it? The front of the box. The moon.
Yep.
And again, look at the artwork. There's a moon, there's 2 puppets. Oh. The 5 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. There's so much effort gone into each of these cards. This really must have been a labour of love. It really must. I mean, keep in mind this man sat down and designed all of these cards. The 2, little gypsy woman.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Wasn't expecting a dragon. That's me trying to talk to you and you've been drinking. Let's see, it's number 4 cups. I like the way they've still left the numerals at the top.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't like cards where you have to just look and read everything. Or we have like, how many cups do you have? You got Lysol 2 up there, held by the crescent moon. Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords. Page. Bit of a robot-y thing going on there. Sorry, can you see from there?
Oh yeah.
Magic trick gone wrong. 9, 8, 7. You really haven't done much work with these at this, have you?
Not much, no.
Just flicking through.
Pretty much.
See, there's the World. Nice one. King of Swords. Temperance. It's a sort of interesting take. The Devil. It's nice. Just not my sort of devil.
And it would be hard to decipher the meaning of the card from that drawing. The Devil is about basically being held by our own demons. And we're not as bound to things as we think we are. We can break free of temptation and addiction and the things that plague us. But it's up to us to put in the footwork. You really couldn't tell that from that card.
No, you intuitive readers might find this one a little bit hard. The same with the Tower. But I think there was more information in the minors. But for a lot of this, you really need to know some sort of meaning. Because I think the tower is pretty much the same. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah. It's a nice one.
And you don't usually like the tower, do you?
I don't. I don't like sudden, fast movement, and that's what the tower is about.
The star.
Always a good card to get.
The sun. Someone's been out a little bit too long, gone crispy.
That could be an interesting message about, too much of a good thing can be detrimental. That, when the good times come around and you have, more money than you're used to having, or, more of anything, you have to be careful not to overindulge and sort of keep things in perspective and balance.
Judgment. It's an okay judgment card. The dead rising is normal for their judgments. The Three of Swords, obviously heartache.
Always a sad card to get.
I mean, I think there's definitely a fair bit you can read into the minors. I think the minors do read a bit better than the majors. Two of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oops, sorry. Oh, I just apologized to all the Lord. King of Wands. Queen of Wands. Definitely an interesting one for the Knight of Wands.
Yeah.
Can't really read much into that one. I think this is definitely a deck you need to know the meanings of a fair few of them. Page of Wands. The Ten of Wands. 9. 8. Message.
This card sort of illustrates your point. The Eight of Wands is a card of fast movement. It's things happening quickly and, a lot of things happening at once. And that card, to me, doesn't really say that. That would be a hard one if you're doing a reading to explain the meaning of the card with that image.
I mean, you could always pick up that the sign moves quickly, but you really would need to know about it to pick up on the fact that it's the sign moving quickly. I just find this really interesting up here. The bird carrying the message. This is the Seven of Wands. Interestingly enough, flowers growing from the top of the wand. Our last card was leaves like it's a tree. The 6. 5. 4. Interesting 3.
It's interesting because the Three of Wands is usually more of a positive card.
It's a very darkish deck without being overly dark. It's the 2. There's a lot of crescent moons in this deck. The Queen of Pentacles. I like this card. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. 10. 9. 8. 6. The Hanged Man. I love the artwork. I'm just not sure how it really works.
Correlates exactly.
It obviously works for a lot of people because it's a very, very popular deck. Now, death. Traditionally, apparently, not a lot of decks have death written on the death card.
Any reason why?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think it was something to do with bad luck naming it. But then
it's transformation, though. It's
I don't think you get transformation from that card, but...
No.
The Fool, it's not a bad jester. The Magician also looks like a jester. The High Priestess doesn't look very happy. The Empress got an extra set of boobs.
Never a bad thing.
Well, depends how many sets of hands you have.
This is true.
I'd love to know the meaning behind the extra set, if there is a meaning, or if it's just what came out of his mind. I would assume a lot of the information on like why she has an extra set of boobs, why there's the tail coming out here, why she doesn't have proper feet, would be in the book.
Not this leaflet, but in the other.
Yes, the other one, which, if I recall correctly, was 30 or 40 euros. And that was the online price, so you can bet if you find that in your local shop, it's going to be a bit more expensive. It's the Emperor, but the deck itself is pretty standard price.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it was pretty much... It's a very high quality deck, but it's pretty much normal US games prices. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Justice. I wouldn't have gotten Justice from that card if you had just shown it to me. No, 2 of Swords. That'd be about it. That would only because she's holding 2 swords. Wheel of Fortune. Definitely not the game show.
No.
But I do like the way they've got the Heartbreak, the Death in there, and the Star. Strength. The World. Remind me, what's the 11th card?
The 11th.
I swear to God, we have done this before. We're not random people who just picked up decks of cards. Oh, there is the oh. Do you know what that is?
Tell me.
That's the Page of Swords. Right. That's the 5 of Swords. 4 of Swords. The 12 of Pentacles, which would be the...
There isn't a 12 of Pentacles.
The Knight, darling. Page, Knight. It's just, yeah.
It's late in the evening.
But you can see why they've put the numbers at the top. Because you wouldn't get the Page from that, or sorry, the Knight, would you?
I'm sure that is the Knight of Pentacles and not the 7 of Pentacles, because there are 7.
And I've read that wrong. Thank you for pointing. Ace of Wands, moving swiftly on. The King of Cups. Oh, Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups. Oh. The 10 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. We do 8 of Cups. That is the 7 of Cups. It's a nice card. The 6 of Cups.
Oh, I love that one. It's beautiful.
To do Ace of Cups. And back to the King of Pentacles. I'm just going to pick this deck up again. So, overall, what do you think?
Oh, I love this deck. It's one you have to have a little bit of basic knowledge.
It's not a starter deck.
No.
But it's not far off it. If you know the meanings of the cards, I'd find it's a little bit hard to read it because I tend to go by the pictures more than anything else. I'm more of an intuitive type person. I don't know. It's definitely worth having in a collection, just for the artwork alone. Whether or not you read with it a lot's another question. I probably will read with it when I get it. Not a huge amount. I mean, I'll read for myself and a handful of other people with it, but I wouldn't be reading for a lot of people with it. Because I think it's a very dark-ish deck, and it's one of those decks where you sort of have to be into it. But the artwork is definitely very nice. Yeah. Back's nice, feels nice. Comfortable enough in the hand. Yeah. Like and subscribe.